Don't do this. Don't do this. I know what you're doing. Stop it. Don't do this.
I swear, I think
Hold
your
on a second.
jacket is upside
No,
down.
stop it. I know what you're doing.
I'm not your jacket.
I don't give a flying ass about a jacket.
Oh my God, Dakota, this is making me want to go to Chili's real bad.
Chili's orders.
Formerly terrible, now lovely, forever Delulu, it's Hollywood Leanne, and this is Everyone is Lovely.
Hello, lovelies. I'm Hollywood Leanne, and welcome to Everyone is Lovely, the podcast where we discuss all the lovely people we see on TV. And for the drink, we're doing the margarita peach Bellini, and we're going to Chili's. You guys, I have one of my favorite TikTokers on. It's Dakota Wright. Hi, Dakota.
Hey, bitches.
Coming from the South. He's a Southern belle. He's a foodie. He's a TikToker, and he's lovely, everybody.
It's always sassy, rarely classy.
Oh,
For a
I
Southern
like
belle.
that. Dakota, it's so good to have you. We have so much to talk about. We're talking a little bit of Pump Rules, some Ariana Madix. We're dipping into the Potomac. We're coming out and going to Beverly Hills, but no matter what, we're stopping by Chili's and getting a triple dipper, okay?
Slay.
Ranch or blue cheese?
Okay, well, I can't choose, but if I had to choose, I'm choosing ranch. For sure. And it has to be Hidden Valley or Ken's.
Oh, really? Okay, so I'm not like a Hidden Valley Ranch guy. I'm a restaurant ranch kind of guy. Yeah, sometimes the Hidden Valley one is like it's a little too thick for me, honey. It's a little too thick.
Well, I like it thick, so.
You like Taco Bell more than Del Taco.
Yes, I do. And we're going to have to move on. You know why? Because Del Taco is not in the South.
Well, that is
So-
why. That is why you don't like it like that.
I would agree because I don't have the opportunity to go more often. Had it one time in Vegas. I gave it a 1 out of 10. It was so bad.
Oh my God. I love Del Taco. It's so good. Well, first of all, the fact that you can get tacos and French fries.
I know, it's weird.
Incredible. And a burger.
It's so weird.
So like the drunk, after meal, like it was always Del Taco, the chili cheese fries, like no matter what, like I'm always going to be that chunky kid, like that little fat chubby kid. And I love me some chili cheese fries, you guys.
Have you ever been to Cookout?
No.
Because I don't think I don't think they have them anywhere but like the South. I think the most north they go is like Virginia. Cookout, what you're describing is Del Taco to you. Cookout is to me like if I'm drunk, if I'm sad, if I'm happy, if I'm, just wanting a greasy hamburger, Cookout is where I go. And that is the one fast food item I can't live without, like the whole menu. Oh,
So if you're not
you.
following Dakota, go follow him on TikTok. It's super fun. He's got that Southern twang, and it's him and his husband, and they're just going out to eat, and they're just talking about what they love. They're not putting on a show. I'm like, it's so authentic. It's great. I'm like, this is what I love about your content. Chili's, I love me some Olive Garden. I love all the chains. I grew up eating McDonald's. Filet-O-Fish is in my blood.
No, Jackson likes it too. And I'm like, listen, the only fast food fish or seafood I'm going to eat is from Long John Silver's. That's it.
Oh my God. I love me Long John Silver's.
Right?
And
so
people
good.
are always like, he don't love himself. He's eating Long John Silver's. And I'm like, you know what? Love yourself and open yourself up to new things and have this flounder on the side menu that's only $2. Are you crazy?
Right? The chicken, the fish, the hush puppies, the fries, they all taste the same. It's all given seafood, and I'm here for it. It's all good.
I love me some tartar sauce, baby. Okay.
I know.
God. Well, it's so good. Get ready for a lot of food references because I'm just going to bring them up any chance I get. I'm a fat kid. I'm starving all the time. I have lost 25 pounds for the holiday. So she's getting a little snatched up. But Dakota, it's so good to have you. Let's get into the lovelies. My first nomination for the most lovely of the week, Ariana Madix from Pump Rules. This bitch got cheated on. She got endorsement deals. She got Dancing with the Stars, made it to the finale, top 3, and now she's announced she's going to fucking Broadway, you guys. She's going to be in Chicago, the musical. I mean, even Lala in the trailer was like, this bitch got cheated on and now she's God.
I was just about to say, like,
jealous.
I love this. I love it for Ariana. Okay. But Lala kind of ate with that. Like, because people get cheated on every day on TV. And it doesn't blow up like this. And hot take, okay? Like I mean, big deal. I've been cheated on. Where's all my stuff?
We never thought Ariana was going to blow up. And she was just on Watch What Happens Live. And she kind of talked about how this, like, we never saw it coming. And like, Andy was like, do you want to thank Tom Sandoval? And she's like, no, I want to thank the universe.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go see her with some of my friends while she's there.
We've all been cheated on. Hell, somebody left me for somebody else. Now that's fucking pain.
So, like, I tried to make myself more masculine, and people still, you know, like, would date me and cheat on me and leave me for other people. So that's, I mean, that used to happen all the time. So now I'm just, you know, I'm just me, whatever. And it ended up working out for me in the end.
It always does, honey. It always
Yeah.
does. I always tell people, be yourself. She's on Broadway, and Tom Sandoval is doing karaoke at Barney's Beanery. She's on Broadway, and he's on Two Teas in a Pod.
Which, by the way, I have a super hot take. I am fucking
Please.
sick of housewives starting podcasts. Like, nobody gives a fuck. I'm sick of it. All of them, cancel them. I'm done.
I don't listen to the pod. I don't listen to it.
And me neither.
It's not funny to me.
I don't have time for it. And I just feel like I miss the golden days of Housewives when nobody was doing like all this talking in the press and on social media and stuff, and we could just watch it all unfold on TV. It was so innocent.
Well, speaking of social media and the fakery, let's get into Real Housewives of Potomac. My next nomination for the most lovely of the week, Karen Huger, because she pays for Twitter Blue.
And didn't know she was paying for it. Girl, please.
Girl, we know you paid for it. And first of all, like, props to you for giving the phone up, because y'all would never go through my fucking purchases. Never. Are you kidding me? Speaking of the social media and the fakery, like, I see it on Instagram all the time, like these accounts with the blue check mark. And I'm like, you guys, the podcast is not enough.
Yeah.
The opinions are not enough. Is it too much to pay for Twitter Blue, Instagram Blue, all that crap?
Yeah, it is. So I have a complex opinion about this. Okay. So my largest audience is on TikTok, and I have right at 750,000 followers, and I'm not verified, and that's totally fine with me. Right? It's totally fine with me. I have enough press to be, but I'm not, but I don't care. If they had the option to buy, I wouldn't do it. I literally woke up, did not apply for verification, and I got verified.
Oh, that's
like
awesome.
It was there. It was on. Yeah, it was on my account. It was, you know, whatever. I had to send in a thing of my ID and all that fun stuff.
Yeah.
And then a few months later, they launched what is it? Meta Verified, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you get like a few more features, but I'm not paying for that. And if they took away my blue check, I would just leave it away because I don't need it.
Let's talk about how in Potomac, like, you guys, I'm not trying to be like dirty or pervertive, but you guys know that I am. But it was really interesting that the whole table of Potomac, they were talking about swallowing. And Robin was the only one who said she does. And we all know the end of that story. Her husband is out there being seen with multiple women at laundromats, being photographed with fucking hotel people, like, and she's the only one that swallows. You guys, let's put this into perspective. Fuck.
If Jackson was out here in the streets doing what Juan is doing, I would not be swallowing nothing coming out of him, because you just never know.
I agree. It's just like, oh, honey.
I'd have to gargle with some Purex or something after that. I don't know.
I think he's
No,
so
the
hot.
hottest husband on Potomac today is Eddie. He's so hot. I gotta be honest with you. I'm like watching Potomac this season, but it's just background noise.
Yeah, no, I honestly have been watching it for a couple weeks, and I have not paid any attention to it.
And I love that show.
They just got me. They just got me like this last episode. It was enough for me to bring up, but even my last episode, I literally said Potomac is broken. I don't know why, but the housewives are getting performative. It's like, you guys, let's not rehearse the one-liners that the gays are telling you before you go on camera. It's not working for me.
Listen, I'll die on this hill. Nene is the top tier best housewife we will ever have. And she put housewives on the map. Atlanta put housewives on the map. And to watch what a mess that show has become is like truly sad.
No one has ever made me laugh like Nene Leakes.
I know. Nene is so fucking funny. And I think when the show started to get like stale, Kenya and Portia came in and they made the show like revitalized. And it's like, we need that again, but it's so hard to get with everybody wanting to be performative, you know, like Drew and all of her stupid antics. Like, Really hope she's not coming back. Really
The
hope
whole
she's not coming back.
performance at the reunion. Oh my God.
Girl, I turned my TV off. I could not.
What about Ralph?
Not getting any streaming minutes off me.
Ralph or Juan?
Neither one. I'm still picking Eddie. I don't think they're cute. Okay, who do you think is the hottest house husband that we've ever seen on television?
Ever?
Ever. Give me your top two.
Ooh. Okay. Like, oh man. Okay. So I would
Because Eddie's my second. I'm sticking with Eddie.
All right. Let's see. I think I'm gonna have to go.
Don't
Man.
say Juicy Joe
Oh no.
or Joe Gorga. Please don't say them.
I'm not about the short kings.
Okay, me neither.
I'm sorry. Like, if you got the dick to back it up, then that's good. But at the same time, like, we're never gonna date. Like, I just don't like the short kings. It's not my thing.
Yeah, no shade.
No shade. Like, it
All
is
tea,
all
no
about the
shade.
short king time right now, and it's your time, short kings. Come
Mhm.
on through. But I don't know. It's not for me. It's
Not
not
for me.
It's not for me. And grown men fighting on Facebook is not for me. So Potomac is broken.
Mm-mm.
It's not lovely. Let's get it together, you guys. But I am voting Karen for most lovely for paying for Twitter Blue because it's kind of iconic.
Okay. I kind of sort of know Mia because she's from Charlotte, where I live.
Oh, and what do you have to say about Mia for us?
An employee and a manager at Palm Beach Tan for about 10 years in Charlotte in Huntersville. It's like a little suburb. And she would come in there and do her spray tans once a week. Super lovely, very, very nice, was never mean. A lot of the girls I worked with didn't really care for her. But I think that's because she never really bought anything. But I just don't care like about that, about sales and stuff. I was just like, hey, how are you? I'm just here for fun,
Yeah.
And she was super lovely. I was shocked to see her on Potomac, given that she, lived where I lived in Potomac's in Maryland. But
I'm honestly really liking Mia this season. Like, I don't know, there's something really beautiful about the breakdown, to quote Imogen Heap. But there really is something about being vulnerable and just putting it out there. I like her more now. There's something about her empathy when it comes to like her perspective on money. Like, that made me really fucking like her. She like when she cried about that dude that committed suicide, that that got disbarred when it came to her financial businesses. She was just like, I wish that wouldn't have happened. Like, it's just fucking money. Like, it's not fucking worth it. And she's crying, and she's like, she felt bad for the family, and she's like, if I would have even known, like, I would never would have done that. It made me really like her. There's something about being very empathetic and vulnerable when it comes to that, and just saying, you guys, it's fucking money. It's not fucking worth it.
Again, I feel like she was trying to come on the show and be performative with this big house, and she rented this house and all this. Like, girl, you should have just came on with some shitty ass house and just been like, this is what I got. Gina Kirschenheiter, Monica, they're not even shitty houses. They're just normal houses, like what I have,
Oh, she's poor. And I'm like, you guys, she's
not poor.
Orange County. No, she's not poor.
And I think I remember reading like a breakdown that like a deep dive somebody did where Gina is one of the only ones that actually has like a mortgage and owns her house. And at the end of the day, I would rather have good credit than, have all this cash coming in with shitty credit and I got to rent some big mansion. I'm just throwing fucking money away. So I'm here for a credit queen. Okay.
For the holiday parties and all, it's lovely to see. But is it lovely to show up sloshed to a holiday party? My third nomination for the most lovely of the week, fucking Denise Richards, showing up
I knew it.
completely sloshed on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills and then going,
well, I'll be very clear. You were so kind to me. And I was like, oh my God, she's so sweet. She's so lovely. Da, 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 da.
You have an example of
Yeah, can you give me an example?
I don't need an example. Go watch the show. Oh. Watch the show. That's your example. Watch the show.
This weed dinner's kicking in right now. Denise, what are you talking about? Watch the show. What? Bitch, what? What?
thank you for that. You're welcome. Like, thank you. You're welcome in the same. It was just fucking fabulous.
I loved it. You know why? Because like she was just sloshed and just being herself, and she didn't like try to do something extravagant and then blame it on her behavior afterwards, like if she just likes to drink, she likes to drink, I think that's one of the things I like about some of the housewives who just like Sonia, like they just get on and drink because they like to drink, and they just,
I
I
think
mean, I
Denise was
don't,
nervous. I don't think she drank because
yeah,
she just wanted to get drunk. I think she was nervous and she's like, I'm going into the lion's den. I need some liquid courage, but she just had too much.
which would be me, like I would be like, okay, I need an edible and I need a cocktail, and then I would hit the deck at the dinner party, you know.
How is the weed in the South?
It's illegal here. So I just want to say I do not partake in any marijuana in the South because it's illegal.
Really? Oh, that so sucks. That
Yeah,
sucks.
it's very backwards.
When you
So
were here in LA, did you have fun with it? Did you take advantage?
oh, of course, I love an edible, and I've always been like very open about that, like they definitely help my anxiety.
Yeah. And I like that it's
Yeah.
becoming more open. Even like on Housewives, they're like starting to just be more open about it. And I'm glad.
I feel like marijuana should be legalized everywhere. And then I feel like everybody that has all these who are like sitting in prison for all these petty marijuana charges and crimes, they need to be, reinstated back
Exonerated.
into society because, yeah, I get it. It was a crime then, but it's not now. And it's very unfair, So, yeah, that's just how I kind of feel about it.
She's Kim Kardashian, y'all, coming through with the prison reform. Prison reform. Get those first time and marijuana offenders out.
Amen. Amen.
The thing with Denise Richards, though, is like, I'm just confused about what she's mad about because she said that she's mad that they were talking about the threesomes in front of the kids. But before she brought it up, I was thinking she's mad that you guys talked about Brandy going down on her at Buca de Beppo. But then I was like, well, that's Brandy talking about it, not Erica. I don't understand what she's really mad about. Were you really mad about the threesome talk in front of your kids? You and your child have an OnlyFans. Denise Richards has an OnlyFans. Her daughter has an OnlyFans. Sammy, she has an OnlyFans. So I'm really confused about what Denise is mad about. I still love Denise. She showed up in the same fucking episode looking completely different.
Yeah, I know. We love a girl with range. Yeah.
I know. And I recently just saw Love Actually again because I'm like, oh, it's the holiday. Let me watch Love Actually. And Denise Richards pops out at the end and is so hot. This white little like fringy top, and she makes out with the hot black British dude. Like Denise Richards is a fucking icon. Like I love Denise.
Yeah.
Richards.
You know what I think her issue is I think she cares way too much what people think and perceive her as, but I mean, rightfully so. She's warranted because look who she was married to for so long, and I mean, I get it, but at the same time, like, girl, if you're going to go on one of these TV shows,
let it all out.
You're just going to have to let it all go,
That's the thing with you guys. We can't control it. Look, reality TV, they try so hard to control the narrative. And it's like,
yeah,
the best moments are when they just cannot control themselves. They cannot control the situation and they just show their true selves. Lisa Barlow crying that, they were putting makeup on her face in fucking drag. That's fucking real and hysterical.
It was hysterical, but ridiculous.
It's my face though. It's so ridiculous.
Yeah. And it's like, I don't know, as a gay person, I think there's an extra layer of eyebrow raising going on with me with it, that maybe a straight person doesn't see. But at the end of the day, I think it's just, she didn't really want somebody else doing her makeup, which I get it, but like, it didn't look good and it made her, it didn't look good.
Well, if I paid 60 grand for my makeup artist to be like on retainer and on call, I'd be like, you guys, let's put the money to good use or something. Like, I guess.
Yeah, which also another hot take, housewives should not be allowed to have glam at every single fucking event they do.
It's too much.
It's too much. Like, just give us what we used to get. Like, I don't know.
Speaking of, I'm a little suspect of Dorit not doing glam anymore, not keeping up with the blonde hair. Let's go back to brown. I think the cash is kind of dwindling down over there in the PK area.
Did you see this stuff about Beverly Beach about how she I don't know if there's any truth to it. One of the blogs was saying that she didn't pay her warehouse storage place, or maybe wherever she had her like business, and to recoup the money, the landlord kept all of her product.
Take a bikini, please.
I was just gonna say, we'll know if it's real or not if her stuff ends up on the internet somewhere.
Now, do people get super excited when you come into restaurants? Like, do they
Yeah.
recognize you guys now?
Yes. It didn't really start to happen. You know, we've been doing TikTok since 2021, and it did not really start to happen until my Instagram took off this year. But I mean, it's pretty much everywhere we go now. And I say that the most humbling way possible. You know, like I can go to Charleston and go to a restaurant and people know who we are. We just went to Puerto Rico and we walked into this bar in the middle of Puerto Rico that was like a hole in the wall, and 3 people immediately come up to us. So I'm just
Really?
like, yeah, it happens everywhere, you know, and
Aw.
I really enjoy it. Sometimes I get a little worried when I'm out and I'm like, I'm Slosh and I'm Denise Richards. You know, and I'm like, because I'm a talker and I like to talk, and they just want to say hey and then go about their business, you know, and I'm like, it makes me kind of nervous. But yeah, it happens everywhere we go.
That's so funny. I mean, I think it's like it's great because you're not exactly like a food reviewer, so it's not like they're
Not at
worried
all.
you're gonna come in and like talk about their establishment. Like you're just like, I'm just going out to eat and filming it with like my husband. We're just having fun.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much like what I really like about your content is just the simplicity of it and the authenticity of it. Because like we talked about earlier, these days it's so forced, it's so put on, like, you know, everyone's got to look perfect. Even the fucking singers, they're not even singing on TikTok anymore, you guys.
Mm-mm.
They're singing in a little makeshift studio or whatever, and then they're lip syncing it over. They're lip syncing on camera, and it's like, guys, come on. How was it growing up in the South being gay?
Terrible. I mean, we only had, I want to say 300 people out of all 3 grades in our high school. It was that small.
I bet you they all know you now. They're all like, that's Dakota from high school.
Oh, and my DMs, Jackson had to take my phone from me not long ago, because in one of my DMs, I think it was on Instagram, the bitch that decided to out me slid in my DMs and was telling me how happy she is for me and all this stuff. And I told Jackson, I was like, I'm gonna make a video about her and get millions of views and slam the fuck out of her, because I went on her page and she's, you know, super far right. And I'm just like, let me just do it, Jackson. And he's like, no. He's like, you're better now. You can't. Jackson is like a voice of reason for me.
Oh, I love
Yeah,
that.
they're all in my DMs. Yes, you're right.
Please tell Jackson that I'm a big fan and that I always say believe me because of him.
I know
like
I
that.
can do it like him. So we actually started doing that together, and I had to force him to do it on camera.
So
Oh, no.
ridiculous, but it's so funny.
I know a lot of times when he does something, it's because I'm like begging him to do it. And I'm like, please. And he's like,
Oh,
no, like they won't get it. And I'm like, Jackson,
such a
I'm the
good
creative
sport.
here. They're gonna get it.
You're like, I'm directing the video. Okay.
Yes. Yeah. And you can reap all the benefits from it. You know, I don't even have to tell everybody I came up with that or whatever. You know, like we help each other with our joke. You can't choose. You just can't.
Exactly. Well, when you come out here, can we please go eat at Chili's and can we like have a triple dipper together?
In Encino, yes.
And then we'll drive by Dorit and Kyle's house.
Which, by the way, I was not impressed. One of my friends is like a huge Housewives fan, and he was like, oh, I live right down the road from Kyle. And whenever I went to go see him, I was like, oh, it looks a lot nicer on television.
It's very different from the earlier seasons when they're living in actual Beverly Hills, like over there when they were neighbors with Lisa and Adrian. Yeah, the Valley is different. And it's not that it's like like, you know, like not rich or whatever. No, it's rich. Like this is where all the people that have money, the celebrities with families, like everyone comes to live in the Valley. When you have kids, everyone's like, I'm tired of the traffic in West Hollywood. I drove for 30 minutes to go a mile. Like we live in the Valley. We have space. We got parking. We got neighborhoods. We got schools. So like everyone who is celebrity or famous or has money, they all live in the Valley. All the people that live in the hills, those are TikTokers that are renting for like $10.
And they got no fucking money.
And there's like 12 of them in a mansion so they could pay for the 10 grand a month.
Yeah. Okay. So really quick, that was another pet peeve I have is I do food content, right? I have never, and I will stand by this, I have never went into a restaurant and said, can I get a table because I'm XYZ, or can I get this for free because I'm XYZ? Never done that. It would make sense because I'm going to put it online.
Yeah.
But I've never done that. Almost every single influencer I hung out with in LA did that. They're like, oh, you have a 5-hour wait, or whatever. I'm not gonna wait. I have X amount of followers. I'm this, that, and the fourth. And I'm like, y'all are.
How could you say that with a straight fucking face to someone?
It's right, and it's so embarrassing because I almost don't even want to be
associated.
There. Yeah, because then they're gonna like lump us together. I don't know. I just
that
would
is
never
not
do that.
Lovely. That is not lovely at all.
No.
It's embarrassing. Guys, have some fucking class. The fact that you're saying like, you guys, I have followers. I shouldn't wait for my hash brown. Like, get the fuck out of here, you guys.
Not a hash brown.
I love me a McDonald's hash brown, honey.
Same.
You don't need any of this area, but has anyone ever talked about you and Jackson going the spicy route?
On Twitter as a joke, and I have nothing against people that do that. I have just said, as long as my mother is leaving and living and breathing, and there's a slim chance she could come across it, ain't gonna happen.
I totally agree. I'm like,
yeah,
dude,
ain't gonna happen.
I am a fucking horny motherfucker. And I've had sex in front of a lot of people, like in the room while they're watching, like, and they've been like, go, you're doing great. And whatever, freak, whatever. But there's a time and a place. No, honey, no phones allowed. You got to check it out.
Yeah, not while my mother's alive. She can't see that kind of thing.
It's too much. It's too much. Well, I want to thank Dakota for coming on. We love it all. We love to see people winning. We love to see the loveliness continue. It's all about the journey. So we have nominations for Ariana from Pump Rules because she has capitalized and taken this to a whole different level. This bitch is on Broadway. Mm-hmm. So that's fucking lovely. Karen Huger, who continues to make me laugh because, you guys, it's not that serious. It's Housewives. So yeah, she is nominated for Paying for Twitter Blue. It's fucking lovely. And number 2, because we've all done it before, we've all gotten a little nervous and we've showed up just a little sauced, a little too much sauce. Denise Richards for Most Lovely on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Dakota, it's come down to that time on the part of the show. We have to name the Most Lovely of the week. Who is your final vote?
Unapologetically, it's Denise Richards.
Even with her upside down jacket?
Even with every antic she displayed naturally at that dinner party, yes.
I think your jacket is on backwards. No, it's upside down.
Don't do this. Don't do it.
I know what you're doing.
No, Denise, none of us know.
Don't do it. Don't do it. I'm like, I can't. And Erica in the background going, this bitch is crazy. What's going on?
Don't do this. Don't do this. I know what you're doing. Stop it. Don't do this.
I swear, I think
Hold
your
on a second.
jacket is upside down.
Stop it. I know what you're doing.
I'm not your jacket.
I don't give a flying ass about a jacket.
I know. Yeah, it's gonna go to Denise.
We're voting Denise Richards, the Most Lovely of the week from Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I'm Hollywood Leanne. It's my favorite day of the week. I want to thank Dakota Wright for coming on. Dakota, what would you like to promote today?
I'm just going to promote my socials because I love to promote me. So on TikTok, I'm at Print Fairy. On Instagram, I'm at Dakota Wright. Threads, which everybody should be using Threads, is at Dakota Wright. And that's it. Yeah.
Denise Richards, the Most Lovely of the week, you guys. Del Taco is better than Taco Bell. Don't let Dakota fool you, okay? Don't let him.
No, Cookout. Everybody needs to go to Cookout.
Go to the Cookout. Make sure to subscribe on Apple Podcasts. 5 stars. I will give you a shout out. Make sure to watch us on Spotify if you want to see our lovely faces. We are live on Spotify, you guys. I'm Hollywood Leanne. It's my favorite day of the week. Thank you for listening to Everyone is Lovely. I'll see you next time, lovely kids. Bye.
Chili's orders.
Formerly terrible, now lovely, forever Delulu, it's Hollywood Leanne, and this is Everyone is Lovely.